Hi, my name is Mike Ingles, and my topic for my Civic Action Project is on the abuse on animals used for entertainment. First is the background of all this. Every day, thousands of animals are being abused for entertainment. When we see animals in a circus or dog show, they look well pampered and look like they enjoy what they're doing based on their tricks. However, that's not always the case. What happens behind closed doors is where the cruel things happen. They get hit for every wrong move they do and get treated like they are nothing. It's been happening in circuses, dog shows, calf roping in rodeos, and many more. The trainers force the animals to do tricks that are uncomfortable and even painful. For the picture on the right, I can't imagine the amount of times it took the trainers to get that elephant to be balancing on that barrel that is barely holding the elephant's weight. We ask, why do they do this? Well, it's for the money, show, and to gain a social status. First, let's start with circuses. One of the most popular circuses was the Ringling Bros. They were known for their phenomenal entertainment with their people and animals. More importantly, they were known for what they did to their animals. They've been abusing their animals such as elephants, tigers, etc. for more than 3 decades. The trainers would use bullhooks, electric pods, and blow torches as a way to train them. They used those tools so they could feel like they have the power. Not only that, they kept the animals in cages and small boxcars. Imagine being in an enclosed space all your life. In the article Ringling Bros and is a Win for Animals, it mentioned that in 2002, there was an investigator that wanted to take a deeper look into the circus. The investigator captured a video of the trainers beating the elephants with the bullhooks, electric pods, and blow torches. There was this point in this video where a trainer yelled, "Make him scream." The trainer wanted the elephants to feel the pain. The video got out and everyone was enraged. People started to protest until finally Ringling Bros came to an end. Even though it was a win for the animals, it still doesn't save the rest of the animals in circuses that are still going on today. Here are some pictures from the circuses. The one on the left is an elephant being tied down and a person hurting it with a bullhook. The photo on the top right is a tiger trapped inside a cage. The bottom right photo is a closer look of a bullhook, which is used by the trainers to train the elephants. You can see that the end is very sharp so it can penetrate the tough skin of the elephants. Next is dog shows. Every year, more than 3,000 dogs participate in the annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. It's about judges that criticize the dog's appearance and performance. Owners use the dogs for money and to help their ego. In the article The Dogs Show's Ugly Business, Newkirk explained that they even arrange canine incest, forcing the mothers to mate with their sons and fathers to mate with their daughters, just so the traits will be in the dog's bloodline. So many dogs suffer from many health problems, such as Great Danes. They end up suffering with wobbler syndrome, since they do tricks that hurt their long necks and huge heads. The picture on the right is an obstacle that dogs have to do during their performance. It takes a lot of practice and energy. Lastly, I'm going to be talking about calf roping and rodeos. In Australia, there are over 400 rodeos and calf roping for the public. The prize winner receives $1.4 million. With that kind of money, it attracts people to join. During the events, many calves get roped many times a day and have internal bleeding. From the article Animals Used for Sport and Entertainment, there was a study that one calf was roped once, the other 5 times. When they were killed and autopsied, both calves had hemorrhaging in the thymus gland and trachea, while the calf was roped repeatedly also had subcutaneous hemorrhaging. After the rodeos, they suffer from broken legs, necks, and backs. There are times where the calves don't even get provided water. Eventually, they end up dying. These pictures are from actual calf roping in rodeos. You can see how they grab the animals with rope and tug on them as if they were toys. After doing my research and figuring out what I should do, I first decided to make a petition with over 50 signatures. I would tell them how important the problem is, and they would agree. Next, I passed out flyers so I can spread the word about animal abuse even more. Finally, I sent a letter to Senator Dianne Feinstein because it's a national problem and she has a lot of power to help fix things. On the bottom are photos of my petition, flyer, and my letter.
Hi guys, can you please sign a petition?
What's it for?
It's for animals used in entertainment. Millions of animals are being abused in circuses, rodeos, and dog shows.
Sure.
electric pods to torture the elephants, and they would keep them in cages and like very cramped spaces.
That's so sad. I know. That's really sad. So what kind of petition is?
It's gonna help spread the word, and hopefully it will end animal abuse.
Here are pictures of me passing out flyers. I passed it around to my coaches because I knew they would hear me out. Also, it became easier for me to pass it to other parents in the stands. I wanted this problem to be heard. When I gathered over 50 signatures, all the people were very interested and asked questions about it. Some were so shocked at some of the things I said, and even looked it up to see if it was actually true. The flyer was supposed to keep people curious, and it did. The color I used for my flyer caught their attention. They would ask questions such as, why was there the Westminster Dog Show label, and what bad things they did? I would tell them, and they would be shocked. They didn't know all those facts were true because it's not talked about much. Even after reading the brief explanation on the flyer, they became very concerned. This problem won't be solved with me just asking for signatures for a petition. I needed a person who has a lot of power, and I knew exactly who. I sent the letter to Senator Dianne Feinstein because she can help spread the word nationally. Everyone can hear all the bad things that the people in circuses, dog shows, and rodeos are doing to their animals. So, what have I gained from all this? I learned a lot of things during the project. I didn't know how bad it was for the animals, like how the trainers would use bullhooks, electric pods, and blowtorches to train their animals. Also, how dogs suffer from many health conditions because of all the tricks that cause them pain. During the whole thing, the part I'm most proud of was how my petitions turned out. When I was receiving the signatures, there were so many people that would tell me, "You're absolutely right. We need more of this." It actually felt like I was doing something good and making an impact. After doing my research, I have a negative attitude towards circuses, dog shows, and rodeos. I just can't imagine the hardship the animals go through. That's why I'm choosing not to spend my money for those events, because that's what keeps their business going, the money. Even though I'm just one person, it will slowly add up once people find out the truth about everything. This is just my works cited page and all the sources I've used. Thank you for watching my video, and hopefully you've learned something.